And today we pretty much talking about boxing basics, you know. And from your own understanding, I know you've been around boxing for a longer time. And as a matter of fact, you sent something to some videos to us this afternoon. I forgot what you was talking about. Cause okay, about people not touching the gloves.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Well, I know it's a habit of sportsmanship usually when people are sparring or in competition, they touch gloves, but that's really, you have to be aware of everything that's going on.
Mm,
And some people are looking to take advantage of it.
yeah.
And just so happened somewhere along the line that it became popular to some people, not all, but to some, to touch gloves, and that's the time that you're open. You're exposed, and they'll sucker punch you. It's not
Mm,
really a sucker punch in boxing because a sucker punch, you got your head turned backwards, you're not looking, so you're
yeah.
thinking, oh, the action is gone,
Mm,
and you get. So actually, this here is not actually necessarily a sucker punch. It's not, it's not something that people was like, oh man, that's dirty.
mm-hmm.
Because it's not, but it is kind of. But in the same sense, it's not. It's as if once the referee says fight and said initiate the go to go ahead and compete, everything is fair game after that. So I always tell the kids, even in practice, if you ain't never been hit uh, by something like that, and that can actually end a fight for you before
Mm-hmm.
you even get a chance. Everybody can defend the punch when you expected the punch coming.
Yeah.
But when you notice the punch that you're not expecting, it's usually the one that gets you.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you're in combat with somebody, you can expect to get hit once you all square up with each other. So, but once that bell rings, you're in combat then, It's like the referee, once you throw the ball in on basketball,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't defend and I go and score, you're not paying attention. You always see it all the time on the baseline. The guy's got his back turned, and he's turning away from the guy that's got the ball on the out of bounds. And what the guy do? He throws it off his backside
He couldn't
and
come
goes
back, man.
forward. Exactly. It's a sucker move, but if you fall for it, you fall for it. So same thing in boxing. I tell them to get them used to this. Stop touching gloves when we're going to the ring. Stop touching gloves when you go to the ring, because you need to be aware. I say fight, or the referee, official, whatever says fight and compete, everything is wide open there, and they tell you all the time. It's
Mm-hmm.
known as boxing. Protect yourself at all
All the
times.
time.
I even tell them, once that bell rings or the referee says stop and it's time to go to the corner, even walk backwards.
Mm,
Walk backwards to the corner.
mm,
Don't completely turn your attention away from the person that you're squaring off against. Kind of walk backwards or keep an eye on them until you get seated.
mm.
Because you protect yourself at all times. Anything can happen. So
Yeah.
that's one of my things. I tell them, don't touch gloves because they're setting yourself up for something later on down the line. You don't want to never be too friendly, especially when somebody trying to swing on you.
Yeah. Coach, thank you for your answers on that. Aren't you surprised that is the pro that are doing that kind of mistake? Because I remember a fight between Floyd Mayweather and Victor Ortiz. Same
Mm-hmm.
situation. Aren't you surprised that pro are the type of boxer doing that kind of costly mistake and is costing them a fight of that big magnitude?
Well, since you speak in particularly on that fight, that right there was initiated. Far as I known, watching Floyd, and it's to me, he's always a person of fair game, and he's a fair game person. He wants to beat you fairly and distinctively, And if he don't beat you fairly and distinctively, he'll go back and rematch you to beat you decisively after that. So but now leading up to what happened that got Mr. Ortiz hit while he wasn't aware of,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it was the headbutt. Now,
Mm,
the headbutt right there was like there was a move out of frustration, and that we consider that dirty. So now, once you go dirty, there's no reason for me to go and be clean. Some people will, and some people like, I want to get my lick back. But if you get your lick back without the outside of the what would you say
Touching gloves?
the area of contest,
Yeah.
then that's different. But if it's within the area of contest, after the bell rings and the referee says fight, and I get my lick back, you wasn't expecting it, then that's on you. So the same thing that happened when I tell the kids and everybody don't touch glove, it was in that same type of moment situation of once that bell goes off and the referee says fight, you have to be aware of what's going on. So Mr. Ortiz, apparently he felt bad about what happened, man. He knew it was a bonehead move, and he comes in to initiate a hug and say, "Man, I'm sorry," but Floyd still had his mind on, I'm going to get my lick back. And if you watch it, because I can remember this right now when I pull up the video, Floyd was finna hit him at first, and he kind of held off. And then he waited till he got in, and right after he went to give that hug, that's when Floyd opened up on him. And he got the quick, what was it, a 2 and a 3. It was a 2-3. So that's when he got the 2 punches off, and that stopped Mr. Ortiz, kind of knocked him out of his senses, so, and won the fight. So all of that was illegal because once again, once you say fight or initiate contest, everything is legal after that. So even if you did something dirty to me in the last round, if I didn't run across the ring, start jumping on you and stuff when the round was over and stuff, that's dirty. But once it's in the field of contest, when that ring bell go off, referee say fight, it's for a game. He just left himself open before they get hit. So, but everybody would say, "Oh, that was dirty." Actually, it was legal, but he got him back legally.
I'm not gonna lie, Coach. I thought the same thing too. I'm